All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. I don't know, Anthony, you can kind of nod. Have we got the slide for tomorrow? We okay. I'm gonna pull this up. We'll see what we got here. We're gonna put we're gonna post it around. I don't even know what I'm promoting for tomorrow, because somebody didn't trust me, but it's okay because it's probably a good idea. I probably would have let it slip. So
You would
I
have.
don't know. I don't know what's happening tomorrow, but I'll tell you this: she's really excited about it. So if you can see this, the coach's corner, we got a special guest coming tomorrow, and it's just worth bringing somebody to. We honestly, I'll tell you this: if coach is excited, there's a reason. So I would highly recommend everybody get a guest here tomorrow morning. Okay. Um, so we'll kind of put that out there and bring, if we all just brought one, we'd double the size of the room. That's what I love about networking is like leverage. And it's like I can only do so much by myself, but if we got a team, we can all bring one. It's an explosion. So, Coach, I was actually talking about you before you came in, and I really liked it before you came in because I know you don't like me talking about you, but I was I was telling them that I've followed your career through the years, and one of the reasons I wanted to look at this word this morning is because I believe, as I've watched you through your career, and please like zone in this morning, as I've watched you through your career, one of the things that you've done is you've remained humble, meaning you've
Oh,
had success, your network's broad. I think that's one of the reasons your network is so extensive, is because as you lead with a sense of humility and humbleness, and you never forget where you came from, and you're always willing to talk to the people. And even the people that's not in that circle, that exclusive circle. Does that make sense to everybody? And I say that because my mentors taught me over the years that greed and ego are the two biggest killers of success. Two biggest killers. And greed can come in a lot of forms. And ego is really a tough thing. And I pray that that never attacks me. And it could. It absolutely could. And so I got to pray to the good Lord above that greed and ego stays out of me and humbleness stays in me. Being humble, knowing where I came from. And so Coach has just had this in her career ever since I've known her my whole life. But having or showing modest or low um, estimate of one's own importance, that's really the essence of humble. I look at it and I go, a humble person is teachable, stays teachable. Humility believes it can always learn from the education and experiences of others. Humble person is always willing to learn. John, they're going to learn from you. They're going to learn from Anthony. They're going to learn from Billy. They're going to learn from Hunter. They're going to pick up ideas from other people and learn from those. Learn from them people. A humble person is a growing person, always growing, who is quick to read. They invite feedback, something I need to work on even more. And they ask good questions. They listen and they ask good questions. A humble person is at peace with himself and others. Another thing I probably need to work on there. As I looked at humble, I look at it and I kind of dissect myself. I hope we all do when we look at words. And Stephen Covey said it the best as I turn it to Coach. I'm really excited what Coach has got to say this morning, but I want to read this to you, okay? Stephen Covey, I love him. I love a lot of the things he says. He says, a humble person is more concerned about what is right than about being right. Ego. A humble person is more about acting on good ideas than having good ideas. A humble person is about embracing new truths than defending outdated positions. A humble person is more about building the team up than exalting their self. A humble person is about recognizing contribution than being recognized for making the contribution. Again, I pray to the good Lord above that I stay humble wherever I go. I think we all need to make that prayer. So, Coach, I'm going to turn it to you.
Thank you. You trying to make me get emotional this morning, but I appreciate you. Love you. Those were very kind words. I don't feel like I'm those at all. But, you know, we all are looking for what's the real key to success. You know, and every single one of us have our own opinions, but the bottom line to all of it is humility is the true key to success. John D. Rockefeller, in today's world, was worth $337 billion. That's in today's time. $337 was his worth. He was the richest man on this earth financially. And every single night, he had a meeting with himself. And this is what he said. You think you're quite a merchant. Look out, or you'll lose your head. Go steady. That's pretty powerful. And this guy went and did this every single night. He had a meeting with himself, and those were the words he spoke to himself. If the richest man ever, if the richest man ever had an unrelenting focus on humility, shouldn't we all be that way? It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to make $337 billion, but shouldn't we all be that way in our walk? Also, Genghis Khan, he was also a great leader. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but he said this very powerful short statement. He said, if you can't swallow your pride, you can't lead. That's short and powerful. Big punch. Without humility, you cannot effectively lead others. To be a humble leader, it first takes awareness and then real practice. I'll give you quickly 3 ways that will help us all as we work to be humble leaders. Really, really listen when others are talking. Make listening a priority. Focus in on what the other person is saying. Stop thinking ahead about what you're going to say next. Listen to them. We've all done that. I have. I'm talking to someone, and when they're giving me input and talking to me, I might be 50% listening because I've already heard something in that conversation, and I'm going to try to pick up and keep the conversation going. Just settle down. Listen, absorb. Listen to what people are saying. And then practice empathy. You know, we should put ourselves in other people's shoes. That's kind of an old saying too, but truly we should. Think about how they feel. By doing this, we'll connect with others at a very deep level. Always remember this. Everyone has their stuff going on. I know in my career, whether it's been in the business side of things, working in athletics and administration, and even where I am now, I would get so aggravated at some of my kids, my team members, my coaches. But then when I step back and realize the household that they come from, when you hear a child's been living and sleeping under a porch, and that's why they're so dirty, and that's why, you know what I'm saying? We need to practice empathy. We need to dig deep and try to understand. Again, listen. And here's the thing that I want to, the third point is model a humble person. So many of y'all are so humble. And I'm just so thankful that I get to spend my morning with you every weekday. But for me, I'm going to tell you about one of the most humble individuals that I have ever known in my entire life. He's a missionary, and his name is Dorian Flynn. He is from the Florence area originally. He's been all over the world, but he's done so much for people, not only in the United States, but his main focus has been in Zimbabwe, even when it got so bad there. But he's built schools, he's dug wells with fresh water, he's provided food, clothing, shelters for the poor. He is even fixing to open a Christian school in Zimbabwe right now. This has been a 6-year process. But the thing about Dorian that is the same today as it was when I was so blessed to know him, get to meet him over 40 years ago, is he never, ever takes credit for any of this. He always, and when I say always, he always gives the people around him credit. You know, I fall short of this, but I want to strive to be more like Dorian. You have a Dorian out there or a Doris, find them, model them. And I'm going to leave you with this as my final thought for today. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how big or fancy your house is, or what kind of car you drive. Remember this: when we die, our graves will always be the same size. So let's always remember to stay humble. Have a great day, family. Love you much. Can't wait till tomorrow. I can't wait. Y'all are going to be surprised.
Wow. Coach, thank you so much for the word. Thank you for sharing that. And Dorian is a great man.
Yes.
I just thought about this. New Age's CEO is from Zimbabwe, and he does a lot of mission work. We need to connect Brent Willis and Dorian Flynn. They might do something special together.
Well, we need to, for sure.
Yeah. That's amazing. Hey, happy Thursday. We love you. See you back here tomorrow with a special guest that she won't tell me about. So, love you guys. Have a great one.
Bye-bye. I love y'all.